Hey y'all, say y'all. Peace and Palo Santo 6. It's your girl, Divinely Lika. And today, we're going to do us a collective reading. See what it is that our divine spirit guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic family want us to know today. Okay? So the first deck we're going to start off with is the Angel and Ancestors Oracle cards. Just to get the overall energy, and I'll just build the message from here. As y'all know, I do freestyle reading, so I kind of just come in and wing it. Okay? I let spirit move me and get out what they need to get out. Alright? Divine spirit guides, angels, ancestors, cosmic family of the brightest love, light, healing, and prosperity. Please give me clear and accurate messages for the collective. Clear and accurate messages for the collective. What is it that their divine spirit guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters want them to know at this time? Please block out any interferences as I get these messages across, and please just protect my space. Any evil eye being sent my way or to the way of the collective, please return it back to sender magnified and bind it to them. Protect my crown chakra, my third eye chakra as I get these messages across. And also protect my throat chakra as well. Thank you so much, Spirit. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Alright, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Alright. Alright, clear and accurate messages for the collective. Clear and accurate messages for the collective. What is it that their divine spirit guides, angels, ancestors, cosmic family of the brightest love, light, healing, and prosperity want them to know at this time? So 2 cards flipped over. We have Eagle, see from a higher perspective, and release the old and rest. And very interesting to get this card now, at least the release and old and rest, because as you, if you guys don't know, we are actually approaching the astrological new year, which I believe, shut it up. It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Right now, it's the 20th. It's 2:50 a.m. in the morning. I don't know why. Like, it's something about the midnight hour is what I'm most inspired to do my reading. So, that's my pocket. I think that's what I'm like. Me and my spirit guides is we right here. Okay? We right here. But yeah, release the old and rest. So yeah, perfect time to just, I've been seeing lately, like this is like clean house season. Like this is the time to, like, you know, a lot of people have been really hard on themselves because, you know, we have the societal new year, which is January 1st. A lot of people felt like there were certain New Year's resolutions that they set. Maybe you had a particular goal to maybe leave certain connections behind, or leave a certain job behind, leave a certain way of thinking behind, leave a certain bad habit behind. And I genuinely believe like the societal New Year is kind of set. It's like it's I'm not gonna say it's set for us to fail, but it's a really perfect time to set people up for failure, because it's like January 1st is when seasonal depression is like at its all-time high. So it's very hard for people to, you know, maybe close out particular connections around that time of year, or set particular goals, especially around the holiday season. You sit there and say, okay, I'm going to stop eating XYZ. Then you got Christmas that rolls around. Everybody likes to eat good on Christmas. Or you maybe wanted to leave a particular connection behind. Who wants to be alone on freaking Valentine's Day? So I do kind of think, and to an extent, it's kind of set up for people not to keep their intentions. But the springtime really is, when the new year is. I like to go by the astrological new year. I feel like I resonate much better with that time of year anyway. Okay, but the first card we have, like I said, is Eagle. See from a higher perspective. So Spirit's wanting you to look at things maybe a little bit differently. Maybe you've been playing it safe, I'm hearing. Not really tapping into your fullest potential. Or maybe you've just been content, like in a place of being content with your current circumstances, and certain circumstances or certain relationships or connections that don't really serve you, or doesn't serve the highest version of yourself. Maybe serves like your ego self, which is something that maybe you're trying to walk away from. But anyway, let's get into the textbook definition. It says, see from a higher perspective. Look at things from a different angle. Fly higher and see new possibilities. In animal medicine, both Native American and Celtic, the eagle draws his power and strength from the sun. He is a powerful, strong, and courageous God who is able to see for miles. He approaches all things with intelligence, grace, and poise, and has the capacity to make a plan from a higher space before putting it into action. When the eagle card appears in a reading, it shows that you have a real ability to take things higher and to move beyond the limitations of your ego and your selfish desires. I said that. I had no idea this was going to come up. Yeah, something told me, like, I'm just getting this overall feeling of you're maybe getting to a point where you no longer really resonate with your ego anymore. Or maybe you are slowly but surely approaching a spiritual awakening and an ego death. And now you're just seeing things from a higher perspective. You're seeing certain things that don't serve you. You're seeing certain connections that don't serve you. Certain behavioral patterns that don't serve you. However, like you typically would spend your free time with certain people. It's just seeming not to really resonate with you anymore like it used to. That's what's happening. You're going through like a almost like a transformation, ascension. But anyway, the extended message, it says eagle medicine swirls around you, encouraging you to recognize that your views or vision may be limited at this time. I said this. Is there a chance that your own desperation, needs, or ego could be blocking you from seeing the potential in your current situation? If there are people involved, you are being guided to see things from everyone's perspective. If you're feeling the need for something to change, how can you take the higher road? Know if you have intentions that aren't for the highest good, it will only hold you back. Eagle medicine can help you change this. The eagle brings the energy of healing and love directly from the heart of Father Sky and invites you to do all things from a place of love. Okay? So yeah, Spirit is saying to see things from a higher perspective. I'm not getting... Okay, it does say release the old and rest. So it could be maybe not necessarily that you have to release certain people. I mean, you would know if you need to release certain people or not. But maybe it's just releasing a certain thought pattern that doesn't serve you anymore, that doesn't align with your highest good. You know? Because, you know, when you're thinking from your ego or you're making a lot of choices from a place of ego, your ego is designed to protect you. Your ego is what tells you those stories that I don't want to be vulnerable because I might look weak or something like that. You know, like your ego can really be in a way of you really maximizing your life the way you need to, whether that be in love, whether that be in friendships, whether that be in personal pursuits, you know, as far as like business or otherwise. It can really just stand in the way of you maximizing your life. Okay, but let's move on to the autumn card. Release old and rest. Release the old and rest. It says release all of the pressure and expectations weighing you down. Shed it all so that you can recover before moving into a time of renewal. Autumn is when the trees, and I said, so renewal, a time of renewal. I said I feel ascension. I'm feeling some type of ascension, transition for you right now. Autumn is when the trees are preparing for the long, cold winters and must let go of all the weight they are carrying in order to continue to grow and prosper. Sometimes you just have to surrender an aspect of yourself in order to continue to grow and prosper. The raven on the autumn card shows that there is an opportunity to heal at this time. In Celtic animal medicine, the raven is the bird of healing and initiation. The healing it brings is a shift that allows you to move into a more powerful psychic space where you can be more aware of your needs and desires and be better supported. You know what is heavy. You know what is holding you back. Is it a person, a situation, a dream? Like the trees letting go of their leaves. I want to stop. I want to take a pause here because there was a part in this eagle card where it says something like, are you taking the time to see things from others' perspective? And the moment I heard it, I'm like, that's not what this person is doing. If anything, this person isn't prioritizing their own perspective and may actually be prioritizing other people's perspective or actually living in other people's perspective more than their own. And I feel like this card is the clarification of what it was that I was feeling when I was reading that. But anyway, it says, like the trees letting go of their leaves and fruit in the autumn, it's time to let it go. When you hold on, you try to control reality, and that never works. I'm hearing to go with the flow of life. Like let go and let things just flow. Because when you try to go against the grain, you just cause like friction, and you kind of like block blessings. You block good energy from flowing in, because it's like you want to control things. You want to take matters into your own hands. And sometimes, you know what? Sometimes we are in places in our life where we don't necessarily have the blueprint of what's coming next. So there are times that you literally have to trust in the unknown of what's about to unfold. Trust in divine timing, trust in your divine guidance, trust in the divine plan. That that your spirit guides and your ancestors in the universe does have something beautiful in store for you. Sometimes you just have to surrender to the process, surrender people, surrender ways of thinking, surrender timelines, the expectation of things happening in a certain timeline. Just let it flow. It says when you hold on, you try to control reality, and that never works. When you let go, you make space for the new to enter your life. And you're being guided by your angels and nature herself to release whatever is stopping you from moving forward. And you can do this. When the autumn card arrives in the future position of the spread or the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that the coming autumn will usher in important energies with regard to your question or intentions. Okay, so beautiful. So we're getting this thing of where we need to release the old. And when I hear release the old, I really do feel it has an indication of people, and also but more likely than anything, I'm hearing that it has a lot to do with a way of thinking. And that's why we have this see from a higher perspective. I feel like your plan is small, or you have like this real what is it that I'm looking for? Like you're living in a comfort zone. Like you're staying in this comfort zone. You're not trying to step outside of your comfort zone. Maybe maybe you're a person of routine. Like you've done things the same way for a very long time. I'm going to go to work, whatever, chill, have a drink on a weekend, go chop it up with my friends. And I just feel like Spirit is saying it's time to make some changes. It's time to see from a higher perspective, so you can understand that there's so much more destined for you than just how you've been living your life thus far. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. All right, so now I'm just gonna, like I said, I never really know where I'm gonna go from here. This is absolutely a freestyle, so I just want to play with some cards and see what comes out. I'm gonna pull from this deck here. Divine Spirit, guides, angels, ancestors, cosmic family of the brightest love, light, healing, and prosperity, please give me clear and accurate messages for the collective. Clear and accurate messages for the collective. What is it that we can add to this overall energy that we have so far, to release the old and rest, and to see things from a higher perspective? What can we add to this reading? Please just block out any interferences as I get these messages across and protect my space. Thank you so much. Ashe, 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 and ashe. And no better time than any. So if you've been somebody who's been beaten it, like who's been hard on yourself, like, oh my God, it's freaking March. It's like the end of March, and I'm still doing things the way that I told myself in December that I was going to cut out the beginning of, the beginning of January. Spirit is saying, don't be hard on yourself. That's the societal new year, and I wouldn't go by it. I really do think it's set up for, it's not really set up for people to really persevere. I really do feel that way. 33, this is a sign of highly vibrating transformation. You now have the courage to work out your creativity and self-expression with no doubts. I don't know why, like typically I take flyers, but something just said that this number 33, and it's 303. Right now, 3:03 a.m. right now, those numbers may be significant to you. I just felt like Spirit wanted me to pull this card. So yeah, this is a sign of a highly vibrating transformation. You now have the courage to work out your creativity and self-expression with no doubt. And that's going to come, and that all of that energy is going to come with you releasing the old, releasing your limiting beliefs. Devote. It says, really, you have been working hard, but this situation requires a little more effort. You almost reached your goal. Keep it up. So y'all, here's what's so funny about these cards, right? And it's crazy because it's like I kind of seen it when I was about to order it, and I ordered it anyway. They have typos on this card. Cards. I've never ordered any cards that have typos on it, but they do. So I'll be having to like use my discernment as to what it's trying to say. Tell me more, Spirit. What more can we add to these messages for the collective? To set boundaries. This probably protects you from absorbing too much into unnecessary energies. Preserve your true state of mind and preserve your true state of mind. And so this probably set boundaries. This probably protects you from absorbing too much into unnecessary energies and preserve your true state of mind. I feel like this has everything to do with what I was saying with the release the old, and I just feel like certain people, because you're going to see because you're going through an ascension, or you're approaching an ascension. Understand all of my messages are time fluid, so they can apply to past, present, or future. And I also can be talking about somebody in your energy, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But because you are, I feel like you're going to be slowly, if you're not already, approaching like an ascension. You're shedding old things within yourself, your ego. You're shedding away your ego, tapping into the highest version of yourself. You are not going to resonate with everybody anymore. So whoever your particular friend group is, and maybe even family members, lovers, you may not resonate with them the same anymore. So in this process of you, and here's what, like, honestly, this is something I've had to do too. Like when I went through this process of really awakening and looking at things a little bit different, I couldn't be around or hold conversations with certain friends anymore because they just, their vibrational frequency just wasn't matching with where I was trying to go. I don't like to gossip about people. I don't like to hear about drama and, oh, I had to fight and pull up on. I don't like that. I genuinely do not like that. I don't resonate with that. And it really does something to my energy that I don't like. I just don't have it. I don't got it in me to give. And especially if you're dealing with people who, excuse me, I gotta sip my tea while it's still warm. But especially if you're in a situation where it's like, you're trying to elevate, you're trying to, go through this ego death and this ascension, and other people don't necessarily want to go with you because we're all on different timelines. Now, don't get me wrong. There are certain people that you're going to inspire that may actually want to go on this journey with you. But in my experience, I really haven't had people that have wanted to go on this journey with me. It's been a very lonely experience. But what I want to tell you is this. What happens is it can be lonely. But what is happening is you are shedding old situations, shedding old versions of yourself, shedding old friendships that only align or resonate with the old version of yourself and not the newer version of yourself. That what happens is, it's going to be left where it's going to be a situation where you're kind of going to be left with just having to go within. But I promise you, the universe will align you with your soul tribe. People who really vibrate at your frequency, and you're going to love it. Tell me more, Spirit. Decide. Overanalyzing options steal you away from the present moment. You have the power to decide today, here and now. What you will gain is clarity and new chances. Yes. So you have to make that decision of where it is that you're trying to go. Do we want to be stuck in the same pattern? Are we happy here? Are we happy doing things the same way we've been doing things, or do we want more for ourselves? Do we want to continue to play it small, or do we want to see from a higher perspective? I'm just a messenger. This is what your spirit guides are telling you. This is what they want for you. This is what they see for you. And in the back of the car, see the big picture, Now, Now, let's not think about what feels good in the moment, because it feels safe, because it feels safe, it feels comfortable. One of the greatest but like spookiest sayings I ever heard was like, the comfort zone are where dreams go to die. You can't dream big in your comfort zone. You have to step out of your comfort zone. See things from see the bigger picture in it all. Are we doing what feels good to the flesh, what feels to the good to the ego for now? Or do we want to do stuff that feels good for the soul? That's the stuff money can't buy. That's the stuff money can't buy. See the bigger picture and make a commitment to your decision. Tell me more, Spirit. Shit. So sorry. Ooh, I love that synchronicity. Love it. So boom. 1111. These numbers may be significant to you. 33 may be significant to you, and 1111 also may be significant to you. Give me 2 seconds, collective. Also, what may be significant to you, I didn't even realize what the time when I initially hit pause. It's 2112. So 2112. I also feel like that's a synchronicity. I be having to write these down, y'all, because sometimes I feel like they're for y'all and they're for me as well. So where's my little papers at? 2112. 2112. I want to remember that one. And I always seem to get 616. Wow. I don't know why I seem to always catch that number when I do a read. And I didn't call it. I don't think I called it out. But I seem to get that one pretty often. My spirit guides typically communicate with me a lot through numbers. The spirit realm in general, y'all, they communicate with us through numbers. They can't physically come down here and whisper it in our ear. So they work with numbers a lot. But anyway, it says 1111. Angels are watching and guiding you to bring out your highest self. Yes, your highest self. Most importantly, keep up the good work and have faith. Oh, y'all, this is so beautiful. They really want this for you. I said these are not mine. This is not for me. This is your spirit guides communicate. I'm just a channel. That's all. I just channel. They can see what your life is supposed to consist of. They can see they see the vision for you already, even if you don't see it. They want you to see things from a higher perspective, and they're actually guiding and encouraging you to do it. So, if you're just getting these nudges of what feels like I'm like this feeling of discontent, like you're just like, oh my God, man, like this is boring as hell. Like this same old saying, this shit is just not it no more. Like it's just not hitting the same. It's not as fun as it used to be. That's them. That's them working in the background to try to get you out of this old conditioning, this old living the same way, surrounding yourself with the same people. They're trying to encourage you to make a change. They want you to be discontent. They want you to be uncomfortable enough to change. Oh, they're guiding and watching you to bring out your highest self. Oh, but they say keep up the good work. So you're probably in the process of doing this already. Like maybe there's certain things that you used to do on a regular and you're slowly but surely cutting back a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Spending some more time with yourself, not necessarily like feeling like you need to go and hang out with people all the time. I'm hearing. That may resonate with just a select few, but I'm just hearing like you don't have the same desire to be around people like you used to. Or have people around you. Like maybe it wasn't even a situation where like you're somebody who's always going over somebody's house or going to go. People always like to come over to see you and be in your energy. And now you're in a position where you got to set certain boundaries. Well, like, Dad, you acting different. Like, or damn, dude, you acting different. Like, you acting different. We used to always hang and chop it up, and now you act like you don't ever want no company no more. Because you're going through a change. You're going through a spiritual awakening. And you know that saying when they say, once it's like you start seeing things from a higher perspective, you start tapping into the highest version of yourself. That saying, it gets lonely at the top. That ain't about money. It ain't just about money. Like maybe for certain people it is. Some certain people who are in their ego, yeah, it may be about money. But mostly it's lonely at the top. It comes from the fact that there's a lot of people who are just going to choose to live in the 3D matrix and don't want to tap into the highest version of themselves. Everybody is not built for a spiritual awakening. Everybody's not built for it. Because you start seeing life differently. Everything that you used to believe, you start realizing that how many lies that you've been believing out. Everybody's not prepared for that amount of knowledge at one time. Everybody's not prepared for an ego death. There are people who've committed suicide going through ego deaths. Because nothing makes sense. They just feel so discontent. But I'm going to let you know now, a spiritual awakening, it's not all beautiful. It's not all glitz and glam. In certain instances, there is a stage of bliss. What I'm going to do, because I do believe you're going through a spiritual awakening, I'm going to link, her name is Christina Lopes. And she gives you the different stages of a spiritual awakening. It's going to make you feel so good to know, like what one thing that I'm really skilled at is I'm skilled at putting or doing the research to find a category to put to a feeling or emotion or an experience. That way it helps me navigate through it better, or get the knowledge I need to get about it so I can better navigate through the situation. So you are going through a spiritual awakening, I believe. And you're going through a spiritual awakening. We got the synchronicities to kind of back it up. So yeah, there's different parts of the journey that can be very hard, and the ego death especially can be really hard. But one of the best advice that I could give you going through a spiritual awakening is just surrender to the process. Just surrender to it. Especially when you reach those stages of the ego death and the dark night of the soul where you're just feeling unhappy. I'm just going to be honest. You just got to you just have to let yourself feel it. Everybody's not prepared for this. But if you're going through this, more likely than not, your spirit guides are confirming they know you can do this. You have you have the willpower to go through this. Get it all done. Only a few more steps and you will accomplish. Once finished, organize your ideas and plans immediately. Put them in a practical work. Okay. Go with the flow. Remember I was saying to just trust in the unknown. Trust in the unknown. Let's not let's release any attachments to a timeline or anything. Just go with the flow. We don't want to force anything. This is kind of following up with one of those cards. I can't remember which one it was. It says, unbind the rope which has been tied to your will and strength. You put in so much hard work, then no more regrets. Float with the free flow, so it will bring you to the land of peace. Give me more spirit. We're about to close this out. This has been a powerful, beautiful reading. Like I said, after you're done with this, though, please go check out Christina Lopes. I'm going to link her in the description box. Y'all going to love it. It's going to help you out so much. It's just damn. And it's going to make you feel good because what it does is sometimes when you go through these spiritual awakenings, you feel all alone. Nobody's ever went through, you're not, you're one of the few people that goes through it. And then when you sit there and you see the guidance that she gives you, it's aw. It says, keep it to yourself. You have brilliant and outstanding ideas with an unconventional style. So before you round up and perform it, keep it a secret to prevent yourself from judgment or competitive energy. As I was reading this, I heard evil eye. You don't want, especially because you are somebody, I had to learn this for myself too, because I'm a Gemini. So that means I'm naturally an oversharer. Either I don't share anything or I overshare. So because the fact that you're going through a spiritual awakening and a lot of people are no longer going to resonate with you, a lot of people are not going to come with you on this journey, the last thing you want to do is speak on anything that it is that you want to do, because I'm going to be honest, everybody is not, there are people that are going to be pissed with you for choosing yourself, for choosing a different path for yourself. Some people like the version of you that they can easily relate to. They like the low vibrational version of you because that's what they can relate to. They can relate to low vibrational. They can't relate to the higher version you, especially if that's not what they want to do for themselves. So the moment that you get to talking about, yeah, I got this great plan and I want to do X, Y, Z, you think they want to see you win? You already changing. No, they don't want that. So keep it to yourself. It says trust your guts. I wanted to pull this before too. Okay, cool. So trust your gut. When it comes to intuition, you have the strong gut feelings towards your action. Deep down inside, you surely know what's next. So I think you know that there's some abundance aligned for you. You just don't. I think if there's any feeling of unsureness, it may have a lot to do with like timing of when you feel like it's going to come. And Spirit is saying, just go with the flow. Y'all getting so many synchronicities. So then we have 2222. In every circumstance of life, this huge change is going to bring you inner peace and harmony. All conflicts are coming to an end to give way to compassion and empathy. Y'all, this reading has been absolutely beautiful. Like, I feel like I can feel your like divine ancestors and spirit guides. I don't know which of who that I'm feeling right now, but they're like hugging you. Like, it's just so, I feel so much compassion, so much gentle energy. Everybody's spirit guides and ancestors ain't like that. Mines are very much so. They curse. They want the best for me, but they curse. They loud. I love y'all. I'm not talking stuff. I love it. It resonates with my energy. It makes me understand why my personality is the way it is. But I feel like yours are like more soft spoken. You know, more soft spoken, more gentle. There's a past loved one really close to you right now. You may even know who it is. But I'm just getting this feeling like they're just really soft and loving and very compassionate, empathetic. Oh, this is so beautiful. Well, collective, this has been your reading. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That's just a beautiful way to energetically donate back to my channel. But until next time, peace out. Oh, am I going to get it?